We didn't break the speed limit by too much.
Okay, I won't tell. Some incredible cars at the convention center, and their drivers skip the gas pumps. We'll explain how.
It's so good. We love it. There's a lot of dogs, a lot of vendors, so it's really, really fun.
Pet Palooza draws crowds to the Animal Care campus. See some of the creative canine costumes.
It's kind of being hard, but then I got better and better and better.
Bows, arrows, and life lessons. How police officers are reaching Irving children through archery. Plus, Dart's big announcement about the Orange Line and senior softball, soaring with the Irving Eagles. This is City Source. Pet Palooza celebrates the 4th anniversary of the Animal Care campus with a lot of fur and fun. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. That story is coming up, but first, the big news. Dart's final phase of the Orange Line will open earlier than just about anyone expected. We last visited the DFW airport station on a snowy day in early February. At that time, it was just about finished, and now it is finished. Safety testing is getting underway. Dart now says the Orange Line connection to the airport will open Monday, August 18th. Dart reports that not only is the work finished months early, it is also under budget.
That's going to be fantastic. You know, we're already seeing a lot of impact from just the Orange Line going to the Beltline station and now all the way to DFW Airport, and coming in about 4 months early is just fantastic. You know, Irving's going to be the first stop when you leave the airport. So it's a great opportunity to showcase. We have the convention center right there that people will be able to see as they come through, North Lake College, as well as the urban center of Las Colinas. It's going to be a really fantastic for our community.
The new Dart station is at DFW Airport's Terminal A. Travelers can reach other terminals through the airport's existing shuttles. And there is more news from the airport. Its board approved a proposal to begin the 3rd phase of renovations in Terminal A. City Source was there last year when the first stage of renovations in the airport's oldest terminals was unveiled. In fact, you made it one of our most popular stories online, so we know there is a lot of interest. This work is all part of a more than $2 billion program that will make the terminals more attractive and energy efficient. Sometimes the topics of energy efficiency and transportation seem to be at odds with each other, but that was not the case at the Irving Convention Center. We checked out some of the vehicles at the AltCar Expo and even went for a spin. Car enthusiast Scott Weber is taking me for a ride in his very own Tesla Roadster. What's the reaction you get from people who go for a ride for the first time in this?
They're amazed at how silent it is, and they're also amazed at the amount of pickup it has.
The silence is because it's all electric. The pickup, we just had to experience.
It takes off really fast. It's got
That's
that
fast.
Yeah, it's got that 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. We didn't break the speed limit by too much.
Okay, I won't tell. But it was not that speed or even the silence that first attracted him to the car.
I got it for the looks. When I was a kid growing up, I used to love to watch the cartoon Speed Racer.
Here comes Speed Racer.
I thought this car is the closest looking car to that Mach 5 that he used to drive. This is the power module. Basically a large computer.
To him, the fact that it's all electric is a benefit he grew to appreciate later.
There's a charge port here. It looks like a gas cap, but all you do is plug the car in every night.
He's here for AltCar, an event showcasing vehicles running on fuels you won't find at your corner gas station. It is hosted by the DFW Clean Cities Coalition and the North Central Texas Council of Governments.
We really want people to find out that alternative fuel vehicles, propane, natural gas, electric, aren't any different than your conventionally powered vehicles.
I like the no emissions. I like the not having to stop and buy gas.
The all-electric BMW i3 made its Texas debut here just before it hits the market. The price starts at about $41,000.
It's pretty cool. I'm surprised there's not more people here. This is the future.
This is the most efficient full-size pickup truck ever built.
Outside, we checked out the Via E-Rev Silverado.
We've converted the combustion engine into a generator set and we make our own electricity to drive as far as you want, hundreds of miles or cross country.
And this is the time when a salesperson might say, but wait, there's more. The vehicle generates so much electricity.
We can export part of the power. This will run an entire job site. This will power your home and your neighbor's home in a power outage.
An option in back adds to that power generation.
In the size of a bed cover, we put out 600 watts of solar power.
Back inside the convention center, we saw a vehicle that has been around for a few years, the natural gas Honda Civic.
Very, very, very low emissions. A lot of times we have people who put their finger in the tailpipe and check it out and there's nothing there. Yeah, it's super, super clean.
In addition to natural gas and electric, we saw proponents of propane-powered products.
Educating the public, educating fleets and landscapers that this technology's here.
The upfront cost of these vehicles is higher, but many of the people we talk to say owners can often make up that cost and maybe even come out ahead.
Over an 8-year life, the van will save $30,000 to $50,000, counting paying twice as much up front. So the fuel savings and the maintenance savings are that significant.
The North Texas Commission is announcing a new grant-funded program to reward drivers of alternative fuel vehicles with reserved parking spaces.
They'll be all over the Metroplex. We're just starting the program this week, so we don't have any spaces out there yet, but we're hoping to drum up some interest today.
But the biggest benefits of driving cars like these remain those for the planet.
The number one thing that we look at is emissions. In Dallas-Fort Worth, we're in non-attainment for ozone, and so nitrogen oxides and volatile organic compounds really contribute to that.
So if we can get people driving vehicles that are less polluting and use different fuels, that'll really make a big impact in our ozone pollution in the region.
Drivers of traditional gas-powered vehicles can also take action to help reduce emissions.
Follow what's in your owner's instructions, change your oil, maintain your tire pressure, those types of things. It helps with the emissions.
There are more exhibits to check out here.
This actually is the EV Tech Responder. It's our patrol bike. It's an e-bike. It's an electric bicycle. If you look on the back here, you can see that the motor is here.
It is sold mostly to police and fire departments. Riders don't even always need to pedal.
And it goes up to about 30 miles an hour. And that sound you hear are the disc brakes because I'm actually getting it up to speed here.
Here at AltCar, vendors and organizers want people to see that these cars are not just a dream of the future, they are ready to go now.
We're definitely trying to dispel some myths here. Getting people behind the wheel of an alternative fuel vehicle is one of the easiest ways to dispel those myths.
Any place we can, we love to show off these cars.
Scott Weber enjoys talking about the benefits of his Tesla, a vehicle he got for the looks, but is proud to say it's all electric.
They're fun, they're real cars, they're a blast to drive.
Go Speed Racer, go!
And here is what else is coming up at the Convention Center. April 11th through 13th, sports stars will be at the Game Day Connection Fan Fest. April 12th is the Deaf Nation Expo. April 18th and 19th is the No Excuses Throwdown, featuring extreme athletes who are disabled. May 3rd is the Victory Summit Symposium, which is an event to support people with Parkinson's disease. May 3rd is also Texas Fest, which is a fundraiser for the Irving Healthcare Foundation. Find ticket prices and a full listing of public events at irvingconventioncenter.com. People driving to the convention center, businesses, or homes in the urban center will notice some detour signs. A portion of O'Connor Boulevard will be closed for 9 months. We went directly to the people overseeing this project to learn more about it.
Essentially, it takes in O'Connor Road from the 114 frontage road in front of William Square all the way out to Riverside Drive next to where Campion is.
We're going to replace the concrete pavement. Concrete pavement's in terrible shape.
In fact, we can't really patch it any longer. It's past its useful life. It was built in the late 70s, early 80s, and it's just because of the soil movement, it's coming apart right now.
Well, we're going to replace the utilities. We're going to replace the water line. That'll be the first component of the project. We're going to be demoing all the concrete out, replacing that with brand new stuff. A thicker slab, stronger slab, double-banded steel.
The overall goal behind this project is to reconstruct the road into the new urban center standards.
We'll have crosswalks, it'll be pavers.
Parallel parking on the road.
A bit wider crosswalk right at Williams Square.
It's being reduced down to a 4-lane undivided, so 2 lanes in each direction.
New street light lamps.
We're going to promote walkability within the urban center.
There's going to be bicycle lanes.
From the intersection of Riverside and O'Connor, there will be a trail that will go down and access Campion Trail. So now you'll be able to ride your bike out of the urban center, access right down into Campion Trails, and be able to have a lot better, a lot quicker access to the trail.
This is a component of the whole area. You have the convention center already set there. You've got the convention hotel coming in. You have the entertainment venue coming in.
The Water Street project.
The North Shore.
We get a lot more people that are now living in the urban center.
This is pretty much, as I've called it, the tenderloin of the Las Colinas urban center.
This project, we're taking a little bit different tack to it. We will be closing the road down essentially from Las Colinas Boulevard in front of Williams Square over to the access drive that's called Bruin Way on the east side of the complex. And it will be completely shut down. We're asking residents to find alternate routes.
I'm asking them to be a little patient with us, but what we're doing is we're going to be closing down the roadway for approximately 9 months.
But essentially the reason we're doing this is that we believe we're cutting off 4 to 6 months worth of time to rebuild the road.
We put a routing map out there so the tenants will have an easier way in and out.
We have set up a web page on the city's website. On the homepage now, you'll see a bar that says construction projects. If you click on it, it will take you directly to a construction page that talks about all the road projects we have going on right now.
See updates, there's maps on there.
We expect this project to be finishing up in December or January.
We're hoping they're out of there before Christmas of 2014. And I think it can be done.
And then it'll be tailored to where the urban center is going, more pedestrian-oriented, bicycle-oriented.
It's going to be a better riding surface. It's going to be a better place to frequent.
Getting it done now kind of paves the way, if you will, so that when the retail comes in there, access will be readily available.
It's kind of exciting with all the other development that's going on around the urban center.
And in addition to putting information online, the city's capital improvement team told us they met with business people who will be affected by the project. Again, you can sign up for updates on that construction project and others at cityofirving.org. In today's Crime Fighters, a new top 10 list. Irving police released the pictures of the 10 most wanted fugitives in the city. We'll tell you about a couple here. Christopher Chilzer is suspected of burglarizing a home. Arnold Cruz is wanted on a theft charge. Get details and see the full list at facebook.com/IrvingPD. Call in tips to 972-273-1010, and that's how you can be a CitySource crime fighter. For the next few weeks, Irving firefighters will be flushing fire hydrants throughout the city. Yes, Irving remains under Stage 3 watering restrictions, but this is a process required by state and federal agencies. Firefighters check for pressure and possible debris in the lines to make sure those hydrants are all in working order when needed. All of the candidates for mayor and city council are featured in our open line election special. Hear from them beginning on April 10th at 1:30 p.m. on ICTN1. The program will also be available online. Here are the candidates in the order they will appear on the ballot. For mayor, incumbent Beth Van Dyne and Herbert A. Gears are running. For city council place 3, it is Billy Hickman and incumbent Dennis Webb. For City Council Place 5, Oscar Ward and incumbent Rose Canady are on the ballot. Here are the dates to keep in mind. Early voting is April 28th through May 6th. Then Election Day is May 10th. The City Secretary's office can answer election questions. That number is 972-721-2493. There is also information at cityofirving.org. The Animal Care Campus marked its 4th anniversary with Pet Palooza, a big party for people and their pets. Susan Kambiab was there.
I think it's great. They've got a lot of people and looks like it'll be fun.
It's so good. We love it. There's a lot of dogs, a lot of vendors, so it's really, really fun.
The Irving Animal Care Campus is holding its 4th annual Pet Palooza, giving dogs and their owners a chance to check out different vendors and compete in various pet contests.
It's a great community event where there's, lots of information for the animals and for people, So it's just a good family event to come to.
Leading off the event, the star of Palooza may be familiar to most, as he is named after the legendary beast from the popular coming-of-age classic, The Sandlot.
So what Hercules does is he goes around to the different events to promote Irving Animal Services, to promote safety with dogs. And we have some towels made up today that said, "I survived Hercules because of how much he drools." But he's a good representation of what you can find here at Irving Animal Services.
Max here, he's a Great Dane. He's 4 years old, and he's a daddy's boy.
He loves everybody. Everybody here knows that. Everybody at the dog park knows him. He's everybody's best friend. That's why I named him Buddy.
While some came out to enjoy the weather and gush about their pets,
She's so sweet. She is. And she's a little showstopper. She is.
Others came to celebrate a life almost lost.
I adopted her here in August from the Irving Animal Shelter. She was on their Code Red list, and so we saved her life, and she's been a really, really great companion for the last 8 months or so that we've had her.
Palooza isn't just bringing people to the park. It's also helping these guys finally find a permanent home. For Tammy Thomas and her husband, today is the day they bring home a new member of their family.
It's going to be like a kid to us. I think if we can save a life today, that's awesome.
In honor of the shelter's anniversary, pets were available for adoption at an incredibly low price.
Everybody else in the building is half price today only. So we're looking forward to getting a lot of homeless pets into their perfect matched home.
Dogs weren't the only pets up for adoption. There is more than one reason the shelter's cats will fit right into any home.
Well, they're loyal, they are adorable, they're real sweet. My cats are real clean too. One thing you'll find about our kitties here is they're all litter trained, so they're ready to go to homes.
From cats to dogs, it doesn't matter which one you choose. Owning a pet can have a positive impact on both you and the animal.
Nothing makes my day better than coming home to some kisses and loves from her and just enjoying my time and the cuddles. Those are great.
Give the shelter a chance. There's some really great animals here.
Susan Kamyab for City Source.
More for animal lovers in just a few minutes. Our Pets of the Week are coming up. Also ahead, softball for seniors. But first, Web Watch, our most popular and most talked about videos online. A lot of you enjoyed taking a look at a spring break program offered at the West Irving Library. Kids got to check out some of the city's biggest vehicles. And another library story takes the second spot on the Web Watch. Online viewers are watching the reopening of the Valley Ranch Library. And maintaining a spot on the list because it continues to draw new viewers, our story on the recent Special Olympics basketball tournament.
Our program is a really great program. I really enjoy my teammates, just hanging out with them. They're great to be around.
If you missed any of those stories, find them at ictn.tv. That's also where you can watch us live 24/7. Plus, catch us at youtube.com/thecityofirving. We have more than 1,000 videos for you to watch, and we really do like it when you leave us a comment. Now to something that has been an Irving tradition for 20 years, but many people have never heard about it. It's an Irving softball team now recruiting new members. But before you grab a bat, you'll want to make sure you fit the demographic. Here's Jolene DeVito.
The crack of the bat, the smell of the glove, the warmth of a North Texas spring day. Sure signs it's time for softball season. But upon closer inspection, you'll realize that this is not your typical softball team. Youngsters need not apply here. This is the Irving Eagles, a team for seniors 65 plus. They've competed in the Metroplex Softball Association for decades, and despite the inevitable aches and pains of age, these seniors so look forward to opening day every year.
There's something to that, though, the activity, physical activity, almost every medical pro tells you, keep going. The old thing about the things in motion tend to stay in motion, and that's true, if you can do it.
It's a good spirit of fellowship. Get out and good exercise, main thing. It keeps you off the couch, huh?
85.
87.
Huh?
87.
87. Wow.
I knew you were getting older than I am, but
Yeah, I count faster than you do.
he kind of went ahead of us.
Roy Bolden is a CPA who was determined to stay active in his retirement. And at 87 years old, he's the oldest member of the team.
I try to forget that. They keep reminding me of it. Age is a state of mind, you know, and I'll try to avoid that, concentrating on it too much.
I started out when they were playing over at Shady Grove, and I was 57 at the time. And I'd been playing on Church League for years, so I went by there one day, and these old guys were out playing ball, and I said something about, you need any more players? And he said, yeah, we're just starting. So I said, he said, how old are you? And I said, well, I'm 57. I'm still flying at the time. So he said, 57? He said, oh, we like to get you young guys. I said, well, sign me up.
Is Thursday all right for everybody?
And sign me up is what the Irving Eagles are hoping to hear more of this year. They could use a few more players for their twice-a-week games. And a few more members to talk about their aches and pains, brag about their grandkids, and reminisce about days gone by. No softball experience, only life experience required. Jolene DeVito for City Source.
So if you are ready to play, here's how to sign up. Call 972-385-8012 or email the team manager at patrickkillen04@gmail.com. And from the young at heart to those young in age, the Police Activities League offers a lot of programs for kids and teens. We just checked out one of the weekly archery clinics.
This is the Irving Police Athletic League Urban Outdoors. This is our archery clinic that we hold the first and third Tuesday of every month. This middle finger is going to pull back, go right to the corner of your mouth every time. And that's what we're doing out here today, teaching these kids some archery basics. And let it go.
Yeah, it's been real fun. I'm trying to shoot at targets because I want to get better so I can be a professional officer.
Boys and girls, we love it when the girls come out here because the girls usually do better than the boys.
And I've been really excellent today. It's kind of been hard, but then I got better and better and better, so I'm doing kind of better now. Sometimes he goes to the line and he says, you're going to beat him, and I said, yes, it really happens.
Gives kids a chance to get exposed to things that they normally wouldn't do. A lot of these kids don't do anything but touch concrete. They got to get to go outdoors and everything. A lot of these kids that have never been fishing before, never gone camping before, we have a chance to take them out there, expose them to that, and I mean, a lot of them have just been hooked.
It all started with the officers, really. They taught me how to shoot, and they've encouraged me to try better.
Most of these kids recognize me because I work in the schools, but I see they all come up and they all point and they're like, because they're not used to seeing us like in normal clothes, you know, they believe we live 24/7 in our uniforms and stuff, and it helps build relationships, you know, one-on-one.
They've been real helpful. They teach me everything I know. It's actually good and excellent.
I mean, more the merrier.
Just have fun.
Those free classes take place at PAL on Rock Island Road. Parents must sign a waiver. For a full schedule of activities, visit irvingpal.org. Irving is marking Arbor Day with a huge celebration this year. This is video from last year, and this band you see, called Vocal Trash, will be making a return appearance. Smokey the Bear and someone described to us as a snake humorist will also be on site to entertain. There will also be a lot of education on tree planting and even on how to climb trees. This year's Arbor Day celebration is set for Saturday, April 26th, beginning at 10 a.m. in Heritage Park. Irving's Department of Housing and Human Services will be marking the 40th anniversary of Community Development Block Grant Funds with some special events. You'll want to grab a pen for this list. Thursday, April 17th, residents are invited for a flower and tree giveaway between 4 and 7 p.m. at Center Park Recreation Center. The following day is an open house on Tudor Lane, a chance to check out the transformation in that neighborhood. That goes from 3 until 6 p.m. Saturday, April 19th, it's a home improvement workshop for kids from 10 a.m. until noon at Cimarron Recreation Center. Also at Cimarron, a do-it-herself workshop. That's on April 22nd at 6:30 p.m. and all of these programs are free. And it's time for our Pets of the Week, so let's head out to the Animal Care Campus.
Hi, I'm Mary down at the Irving Animal Care Campus, and for our first pet of the week we have Don Juan. Don Juan is a male Chihuahua mix. He is very sweet and loving and loves to lick you to pieces. Come down and meet Don Juan today. For our second pet of the week we have Lacey. Lacey is approximately 8-year-old Dachshund mix. She is an owner surrender and hanging out at the shelter waiting for her second chance at a new forever home. Can you give her that chance? For our third pet of the week, we have Mercury. Mercury is a 3-month-old female domestic longhair. She is very sweet, and she is also a purr machine. Come down and visit Mercury today.
All right, thanks, Mary. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. You can also visit them online. The sites are on your screen. We are going along with Keep Irving Beautiful volunteers for their biggest cleanup of the year on the next City Source. Plus the GE Irving Marathon. We'll hear from the athletes taking on the new course this year and see the latest effort to promote development in Heritage Crossing. We'll be covering that and more next time. Email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. We may read some of your messages here on the show, or you can always comment on our videos at youtube.com/The City of Irving. And that's it for this edition of City Source. We leave you now with more video from PAL's after-school archery program. Thanks to everyone who's a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.